backyard of our humble abode.
Greasy Garage says, glad to be here. Mexican Spec says, where is everybody? I don't know.
They're coming.
Where
They're
is
coming.
everybody, Tony?
They're rushing home to get on the computer to join us here.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, why?
Because you look like you might not be feeling well.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm all right.
All right. Because you said you were dying.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was dying.
No,
What's
okay.
up, Joe K? He says, hello, world. John M is here. Bill McKiska. Hey, y'all. Fubar. What's going on?
Fubar, what's happening, man? Fubar's always like the fourth guy in.
Yeah.
But he's always here.
Frank M. Rose. C. Roma. What's up, Charlie? James Fife. UTG. Dripping Glass. Eamon Cusick Jr. I hope I said that correctly. Knit Made Muscle, Scarlet Fire, Kurt Zimmerman, Does Nothing Special, Mexican Spec again, Ian Norton, Vincent Caruso, Danny Boyd, Tony Brown, Robin Schubert,
Greetings, one and all.
John Swagger. Made it for the first time, he says. I hope I didn't murder your last name, John. Rick Salmon. Okay, so.
Yes.
What's new, Tony? Where's that smoke coming from?
The smoke's coming from our mosquito thing, which isn't really doing a good job because I'm getting all bit up.
You just put it on. You can move it towards you.
Well, I want you to have some benefit of the...
Oh, don't worry about me.
I have to worry about you. You said you were dying, and I want you
I'm
to
not dying.
have protection against
0% liberal said it lives in Athens, Tennessee. He's here.
Athens?
Yeah, Athens, Tennessee is here.
Where is Athens, Tennessee?
I don't know. Is it West Tennessee?
I know where Athens, Georgia is.
Right. I'm not sure. Mopar Jojo says hello, Kathy and Tony. Chongo 68. 40
Chongo.
Mamba. I know I'm missing people. Kadir Ortega. Yes, it is Mexican Coca-Cola.
Yes, I have my Mexican Coke with real sugar. It tastes like the 60s or the 70s, the early 70s. And I have my water and my coffee. I have all my liquids.
It took me a long time to get all of those liquids together and on the table.
You do such a great job, though.
Yeah. Funnel Jockey Garage says, love your videos.
Thank you, sir.
Johnny C says, UTG sponsored by Coca-Cola. Funny.
Mexican Coke. The real Coke is ass. I can't drink it. Like, I can't even take a sip of it. It's disgusting. But this stuff, it's made with, like, real cane sugar.
Cool, refreshing water. That's right.
Cool,
That's
refreshing.
okay.
Oh.
Gerhard Bratz is here. He says, hey, guys. Let's see. Dodge Boys 5150 says, hey, all. Robin Schubert says, what NOS shot are you using currently on Bottle Rocket?
I had a 150 shot on it the last time.
You told your secret?
That's okay.
So you have way more to go.
Yes.
See?
Yes, way more to go. That was with the small heads. It's only got 273 heads with stock size valves, and it was a 150 shot on that when we were in Casper.
They're not going to believe you.
There's significant. There's a lot to go with that car.
They're going to be like, oh, he ran all the nitrous.
No.
I know. That's what a few people said. Hello, fellow carb lovers. Yes.
Did you get the shirt?
Oh, I don't know.
Where's our new shirt?
There's one hanging in the inside. That's brand new.
Where inside?
Do you want me to get it for you?
Uh,
Chopping broccoli? Yes, Scarlet Fire.
Oh, these mosquitoes are brutal out here today.
Ed says, I will get the shirt. Thank you, Ed.
It's a great shirt, and you can use it in different places. What?
Camera. South Jersey Fisherman says, even sipping on the vintage Coke, classy, haha.
Yeah, and I burn my mosquito bites for the cigarette.
Okay.
I'm totally old school.
It's a Gates mosquito. I hope not.
Oh, please.
Let's not get started on that.
If I start to grow tits halfway through, you know that's what it was.
Children are watching.
Boobies.
Oh my goodness. I got myself attacked by yellow jackets last week while cutting the grass. I'm sorry. When are you going to the track?
We were going to go yesterday. We didn't have a dog sitter. So we got rained out 3 weeks in a row.
Yep.
And then yesterday we didn't have a dog sitter. And I didn't have anybody. She was going
It
to
was
stay home with the
drizzling
dogs.
anyway, on and off yesterday.
What's that?
It was drizzling on and off yesterday anyway.
Yeah, but it was clear last night. But I didn't have anybody to come with me to take video. So I called around. Dr. Art was busy. Body Man Ron was busy. The kid Connor over here. So I didn't have anybody. So I said, the hell with it. We'll just go next Saturday.
Maybe if it's not raining.
If it's not raining and we have a dog sitter, we'll be
It
running
rains
sleigh
like
camera
every
next
other
Saturday.
day now here.
What's that?
It rains every other day now here. Fun with Cars 2 says hello UTG and fans.
We don't have fans. We have viewers.
Thank you. I knew you'd say
We have
that.
friends and we have viewers. We don't have fans.
Bring the dogs to the track?
No.
No. It's too hectic.
Maggie is too out of control. Maggie
Yeah.
is what they call reactive. See, I'm learning all of these terms now, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
because we have a border collie puppy coming,
Yes.
so
She's adorable.
who we're going to train to do agility. We're going to go compete
Yes,
with
we're
with,
gonna
a,
compete.
with a border collie puppy. So
And
since
she lots
we've
of tricks too.
since we got that coming, and we have our the other three are like they're shelter dogs. With all of the typical shelter dog issues, like they're out of control, and I'm a pushover with them. All they gotta do is just look at me, and I'm like, okay, whatever, right? But now we've got to get them
around.
Yeah. So the problem is, all three of them. Darla has crazy anxiety. Darla's the bigger beagle, crazy anxiety, and Maggie is reactive. So anything that's unfamiliar to her, she just barks and screams at incessantly. So you can't really take her anyplace. It's just bad.
She barks at cars.
It's bad. No,
Barks at people walking,
cars,
people on
dogs,
bicycles.
clouds, anything that she could bark at, she
So
just.
we're trying to
she
work
goes nuts.
on socializing her.
But she's a good dog.
She's a good
She's
dog.
a really good dog. You just can't take her places, or have her around people, or things.
We're working on it.
You know?
We're working on it.
But yes, we have a. She's how old is she now?
Maggie?
No,
Who?
Winnie.
She's 4 weeks old. She was 4 weeks on Friday.
4 weeks. Yeah, she's 4 weeks old. You want to show them a picture?
I have my phone inside.
Okay. Well,
Go get
I'll
one.
go get your phone. Where is it?
It's plugged in the bedroom.
Okay.
I think that's where it is.
Keep them busy for a minute.
Keep you guys busy. Now you want a Mexican Coke, Christopher Messer. Let's see. He'll be right back. Do you miss Bottle Rocket when it was manual? I'll ask him when he gets back. Maybe he does. What's up, Brett McIntyre? A fool and his money says salty army. Tony, do you miss Bottle Rocket being manual?
No.
No. Hey, Maggie. Maggie's taking over. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't knock down.
Maggie, get down, baby. Come on.
All right. Okay. Oh,
You
my
have to get down.
goodness.
Come on.
Tony, you've changed, yeah. Uncle Maggie's garage. What's up, Benjamin C? That was funny because I looked away. I was looking at the chat and I looked at you walking out and I turned and I looked at the screen and she was sitting in your chair.
She's a ham.
She started cracking up. Just like DeSoto used to do. Yeah, we miss DeSoto. Okay, so a picture of the puppy. All right. Let's see. We went to go see her when? Thursday?
Yeah.
We went to go see her on Thursday.
No, Friday.
No. Friday?
Yeah.
Was it Friday? Okay, so I made a post on my Facebook. Let's see. I will find it because that's the easiest place to find the picture.
You have Facebook.
I do. Every once in a while, I'll use my Facebook. Okay. Here she is, guys. Can you see her? She's really cute. Her name is Winnie. We're naming her Winnie.
Because she's going to win everything.
Yeah, she's adorable. Yeah, she's super cute. She's 4 weeks old, and she'll probably be here. I don't know. When are we gonna grab her? When are we gonna pick her up?
That's it. Well, we can grab her, but it's going to be right during a period of time between the Mopar Nationals and
Yeah.
the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure exactly how this is all going to work out yet.
Right. She'll run circles around you too. Laugh out loud.
I know.
I know.
Well, we're going to expand the yard over here, another couple hundred feet, square feet rather. And instead of an agility course back here, because we really want to train her. We want to. Have you ever seen these dogs go? Like, if you want to see some amazing stuff, go look at just Google Border Collie, what's the word? Agility competition. And they're
Agility
ridiculous. So we're going to give that a shot as a family activity. It's something to do with my granddaughters. They were all excited. We brought them down to look at the.
And she'll be on video. Tony, you do Bottle Rocket Power Tour? Robin Schubert?
No, it's not really drivable. It's got the 456 gears in it. It's prepped to go down a track, not to drive. I don't like to. I've said this before. There are cars that you drive, and there are cars that you take to the track. And I don't drive the cars I take to the track, and I don't take cars to the track that I drive. I keep the two separated.
Rick Murphy says, love the video on the Duster Twister / Demon.
Thank you.
He says, thank you. I always look forward to Sunday night. That's nice.
So do I.
That's
I
very
like
nice.
these
Thank
dogs.
you, Rick.
At least I don't have that ham kiwi always jumping. Oh, please. Because we do the Thursday night.
Dr.
live
Art's here. He says, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Dr. Art. So you're going to the track next Saturday, right, Dr. Art?
Let's see if he answers.
He's got a turbocharged LS in a Ranger pickup. Well, there's only one kind of Ranger.
Somebody has a tech question here.
Sure.
Can you explain the relationship between piston height and related compression for big blocks, heads, etc.?
I don't really know what you mean by that.
You know what you mean?
Well, I mean,
you want me to read it again?
More piston height equals more compression. I don't really.
Do you want me to read it? Maybe I didn't read it clearly.
Maybe you didn't read it right.
Okay.
Read it again.
Can you explain the relationship between piston height and related compression for big blocks, heads, etc.?
I think he's looking for ratio. So in other words, like an extra 50 thousandths of piston height would equal what as far as a compression increase. And off the top of my head, I really can't think of what it, like there's a formula, but off the top of my head, I can't think what it is.
Dr. Art says yes, he's going next weekend.
Okay, because I'm going to take Slaghammer too. So let's get together in caravan and see if anybody else wants to go.
Let's see. Franco says good luck with the Border Collie. They're a handful.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
expecting that. That's what we want.
Well,
I thought about it.
I've had Border Collie experiences before. I never owned one, but I used to hang with a guy named Nitro Neil Bisaglia up in Wisconsin. I used to work with several Nitro cars in the Chicago area, and Neil was in he was in Racine, Wisconsin, and he had a Top Fuel car. So when I would go up there, I would hang with Neil, and Neil had a Border Collie, and then he had this dog trained where he would say, "Go get me a beer." And the dog would go into the kitchen, open the fridge, grab a beer, close the fridge, and bring it to Neil. So it was like, I was always blown away by that, like that, how like, and this dog was just like, had the nicest temperament, mellow, low keyed, but just sharp as a tack. And so that was my first Border Collie experience. And then we had a friend who had a female Border Collie named Amelia, and this was back when we had the coffee houses. And she would bring Amelia by, and me and Amelia bonded. I mean, like we were tight. So I've always had a thing for Border Collies. We just haven't had one yet.
And I've been taking the Beagles to training for years now.
Yeah, please.
You really can only go so far. They won't do agility. I tried.
Well, they'll do it, but not in any sort of orderly fashion.
They really won't do it.
Right.
They just like ignore you. So yeah, I don't know how many obedience and training classes I've taken the dogs to in the hopes that they would like, but no. All right, so Bill McDevitt says, Uncle T, I'm with you on the 383 and 340. Best Mopar performance engines ever. I have a 1966 361 and a Charger, Edelbrock 750 CFM, Edelbrock 383 Torker intake manifold. He's asking dual exhaust, question mark?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're running that through a single exhaust? Because if you are, you're looking at probably a 20-25% horsepower gain. Poof, right off the bat. Just going to a dual even without headers. Maggie?
Murder Nova
Maggie!
says, what's up, Uncle Tony?
What's happening?
David Bird says, I'm going to slap this 70 Fury together as a driver, 92 Magnum 318 Dakota as a donor.
What should I do?
Call her.
That's not going to do any good. Maggie, come here. Come here. Want to be on YouTube?
Mike Jones says,
Oh, you're such a good girl. You listen to me. Come over here.
UTG,
Come over here.
what are your thoughts on Atco closing its doors for good? Dark days indeed. All right, let me get her.
Yeah.
Go ahead, answer that question.
What
Come
was
on,
my
Maggie,
What was
treat.
my thoughts on Atco?
Closing for good. Dark days indeed. Come on, Maggie, let's get a treat.
I said it last. I said it on the last live we were talking. I don't know how the track stayed open for as long as it did, honestly.
Come on.
Because I remember back in
Cookie, come on.
okay, Englishtown was my home track. It was 22 miles from my front door, and then Atco was my favorite track. So we'd go to Englishtown all the time, and then Atco usually once a week. Yeah, that's about right. So at any rate, I liked Atco. I took my nitro license passes at Atco. I had the IHRA pure stock record at Atco. Atco was my favorite track. But even back then, you go back to the 1980s, like when we was doing the Mustang thing, there was always the threat that it was going to close, that they weren't going to reopen the next season. And then Joe Sway got involved. And when Joe Sway bought it, him and Bob Van Sciver seemed to solve all of the problems, and they kept it open. But I still, it was always one of those things where like this track is doomed. It's not going to be here much longer. And this is going back 35 years. So, you know, I'm sorry to see it go, but I don't know how it lasted as long as it did. The air at Atco was amazing. And Atco was a full 10th quicker. So, okay, when we had the Mustang, was it the Mustangs? I don't remember what it was now. I don't remember what car it was. There was a Saturday event at Englishtown. Was it a Saturday? Yes. It was a Saturday. There was a Saturday event at Englishtown during the day. Englishtown ran on Wednesdays and Sundays, but there was something happening on a Saturday, and we ran the car. I ran my car at Englishtown in the afternoon, so it was like maybe like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and the car had been running consistently all day within, you know, a couple of hundredths of a second. That night, we went straight from Englishtown to Atco. It was like one of those rare occasions where you could actually run both tracks on the same day. And that's how I remember it was like on a special event in Englishtown. So we left Englishtown, went straight to Atco, and the car ran a 10th quicker. Just boom, just like that. Because the air at Atco was just amazing. Because it was in the Pine Barrens, you know, so it was just like very oxygen rich. The place was fantastic. But there was a full 10th of a second difference. Same day, same conditions, same temperature, same everything. There was a 1/10 of a second difference between Englishtown and Atco.
You want to address this?
Sure.
Okay, it would be cool to have a border collie in your backyard. They need a lot of space, Mexican spec says.
Yeah, I know. We're going to give them a little more space.
We have more backyard.
We have a lot more backyard than it looks like. We have an area fenced off over here, but we actually have a lot of, well, not a huge amount of backyard, but we only use about half of the back. We only have about half of our backyard actually fenced off, so we can expand.
Border Collie agility is for the owners.
It's an agility competition for you.
Oh, okay, probably. I don't know. Let's see. Sounds like Maggie doesn't like Tony talking over her live stream.
No, she doesn't. She gets very mad.
Charlie says, great track, closed unexpectedly, had a full schedule planned for the season.
Yeah, that's weird too. The way they just abruptly just okay done. Don't come back tomorrow.
David Bird says on a low compression 400 or 440, altering piston pin height 0.060 will raise static compression 1 point.
60,000s, 1 point. Oh yeah, okay. On a big bore engine like a 400, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. 60, 70 thousandths of an inch, probably about a point.
Denny, California. Is it possible to swap the internals of a standard A833 into an aluminum case
Yes.
plus tail shaft?
Yes.
Okay. How much horsepower is possible out of a 361? Coy Boy, BC.
Well, I mean, really, anything you could do with a 383, you could do with a 361. It's just a slightly smaller bore. The disadvantage is, so all of those, the 413s and the 361s had the smaller bores, and they all had that 1.6 exhaust valve. When they went to the larger bore, the 383 and the 440, that's when they went to the 1.78 exhaust. So you can't, with the small bore on the 361, you can't take the full advantage of, let's say, a 906 head. But that's really not a limiting factor. I mean, you think about it, a 5.3 LS has a 1.6 valve too, and nobody ever complains that there's not enough exhaust there. So it's a good motor. Just go with it.
Let's see. Neutral Observation says, I have a question that I think would be a great source of interest.
Okay.
You can write it down. You can write it.
He's just
I'll
making a
look for
general
it.
statement.
Yes.
Yes.
That's funny. I see Franco says, well, you've had beagles, so you're used to stubborn. Wait until your first showdown was smart and stubborn. Yeah.
Well, I've got Kathy, and she's known to be very bright.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Like quite bright. Thanks. You're funny, Tony. Let's see.
Funny how, funny peculiar.
Both. Let's see. Have you run the slag hammer new converter on the track yet?
I have not. We got rained out 3 weeks in a row.
It's been raining constantly.
It's just been raining constantly here. And then yesterday, we didn't have rain, but we couldn't get a dog sitter.
Yeah,
So she
was
didn't go.
She's booked through the end of August, she told me.
Yeah, I couldn't. Well, Kathy could have stayed home with the
the
dogs.
end of July.
But Kathy could have stayed home with the dogs, but I didn't have anybody to shoot video there.
You do have the GoPro.
Well, how do I shoot video of the car and drive the car at the same freaking
To
time?
the windshield. You know, like we do. You
That's
just
right.
have
We'll
video of
go
that
next
inside
Saturday. We'll have
video.
fun.
Let's see. You just have to remember to turn it on. One call garage says, why don't you have a lift in your shop? Are you ever going to get one?
No need.
No.
No need. I'm perfectly happy.
You've stopped building cars, right?
I don't. No, I don't build cars. I don't.
Right.
I don't do any commercial work. But I don't have a lift for several reasons. The first is Kathy will attest to this. I've had many shops over the years. I've had many lifts over the years. I end up working on the ground. I prefer working on the ground. I know a lot of people can't handle that. But she'll tell you, I prefer working on the ground. I also prefer working outside when I can because I like the light and I like the open space. The second reason is that our viewers don't have lifts. And if our viewers don't have lifts, most of them don't. The vast majority of our viewers don't have lifts. And so they can't, I don't want to do something that they can't relate to.
Dr. Art has a lift.
Dr. Art does have a lift, but he's not the typical viewer. And the third reason is because our setup at the shop is temporary. We're only going to be in that shop until April. So when the lease runs out. So it would be pointless to set up infrastructure in that shop only to move it out in a few months.
Right. Stony Lonesome says how to pronounce Tony's last name, and also is he Hispano or Mexican?
I'm Italian and it's pronounced Smith. Tony Smith. Rolls right off the tongue.
I thought it was Jones.
Smith Jones.
Smith Jones.
Iski.
Jonesiski?
Joneski.
Oh, Joneski. We're losing the shop. Yeah, right, Charlie. For real. For real. Where should we go? I don't know.
I'm looking for space closer to the city.
Yeah.
I need something a little bit closer to the city. I also have a lot of space there that we don't use. When I moved into that shop in April of 2020, right? Or was it 2021? It's gonna be 3 years. I signed a 3-year lease, and the lease will be up in April. When we moved in there, I had plans. I figured, well, let's get something bigger than we're going to use because I have ideas. Well, we tried a lot of those ideas. None of them panned out.
Right.
So as it stands now, we only use, let's say, a little over half of the available space that I'm paying for. There's a whole unused section of that building, and we're just carrying freight on that. So we want to downsize to an area that we're going to use all of instead of just half of, and we got to get closer to the city.
Yep. Nashville,
Yes, Nashville's great.
where your shop is going to be.
Oh, no, we're going to closer. We live in Murfreesboro, which is 25 miles south of Nashville. So, but yeah, I'll tell you, anything between here and Nashville would be fine. I don't know. We're starting to look. It's premature to actually go hunting for space. We still have a long way to go, but come December or January, we'll probably really start hunting at that point.
Charlie says, how about Broadway just off the strip? I don't think so. To run a shop, no.
No, but I'd love to have a place there.
It's a little far from the house.
Uncle Tony's Hot Rod Cafe.
Nashville's expensive. Yeah, a little bit. Murfreesboro's expensive.
Yeah.
It's all expensive. Let's see, Evernorth. 413 engine to build. Any years better than others. Car 413 better than a truck 413. Thank you.
You have to watch with the truck 413s because a lot of them have the industrial and the industrial / truck heads. The easiest way to tell the difference is the industrial 413s take a 5/8, like a peanut style plug, and the car ones take that 13/16 plug. Nah, they're all pretty much the same. As long as you're talking about a car 413 or a car style 413, they're all good.
Tim Miller says, build a shop in the backyard, 4 stalls.
No. Well, first off, we don't have the room back here, and secondly, I've had shops out of the house, and I never want to do that again. I did it for years and years. Because when I was doing the magazines, when I was doing the nitro stuff, when I was doing all that other shit, I always maintained the shop out of the house. I like to have 2 sources of income at all times. So I always maintained the shop out of the house. And now I don't want to do that anymore. I want my shop space to be separate from my home space. Because we get things like when Andy with the Hemi GTX, and we're going to do another build with Andy. We just don't have it scheduled yet. We're going to do a Charger with him. But like when we have people come by and they have a shop they could stay at. It's all comfortable. It's just nice to have everything separate from the house. I don't ever want to have that situation where my home life and my business life are like,
Commingled, yeah.
Commingled. Plus, when you work out of the house, you got to keep things kind of quiet. You know what I mean? You can't piss off your neighbors all the time, and I'm pretty loud and obnoxious.
How come you guys didn't go with the German Shepherd? They're smart and protective.
Why don't you answer that?
Because I talked to some breeders and I did a lot of research, and I was like,
German Shepherds
very
have
unhappy with some of the breeding practices and the state of the German Shepherd right now. And I can only say that because my parents had a kennel.
Yeah, she was raised with German Shepherds.
Yeah, I was
Show
raised
dogs.
with show dogs, German Shepherds. So trust me, I cried about it for a little bit.
Yeah, she was
I was
upset
really
about
upset.
it.
So I don't like some of the practices that have been going on over the past, 40 years. They shouldn't be spooky. There's a lot of spooky dogs out there.
And German Shepherds are great dogs. I have nothing against German Shepherds, but they are big. They take up a lot of space. Our other dogs are all that same size, relatively small. The
Yeah, they
Border
hip
Collie's
problems.
closer to that size. The German Shepherds are known to have hip problems. Now, they've been bred into like a mutant thing. It's horrible what they've done to these dogs.
The show lines, yeah.
Where the Border Collies, actually, the AKC?
Yeah, the AKC, yeah.
The Border Collie people won't have anything to do with the
Oh,
AKC
no,
people.
it's not exactly. It's two different groups.
Yeah, but
It's the American Border Collie Association.
yeah, you have the
It's
American
their
Border Collie
own,
Association, and you
their
have the
working
AKC, and the
dogs.
AKC doesn't want to have any. Well,
No, the Border Collie Association doesn't want to have anything to do
right,
with
the Border Collie
AKC.
Association doesn't want to have anything to do with
It's
the
okay.
AKC.
Nobody cares.
Well,
Nobody
it's an
cares.
interesting thing.
It is, if you're into dogs.
Yeah, if you're into dogs.
No, but the German Shepherd has really been not bred well, and I really feel bad for the breed, and they have a lot of problems, a lot of hip problems. I watched some of them walk from one breeder that I was going to get a dog from, and I'm watching the dog walk, and it's wobbling. You know, its hind legs are just so low to the ground, and it's wobbling, and I'm like, oh my god, this is freaking horrendous.
And the ones that I come across are extremely timid.
Yeah, they're scared.
My brother Ralph has one. You can't go near this dog. She's spooked by everything. So
he's saying you need straight backs. Well, yeah, straight backed ones are ones from like Eastern Europe and Poland and Germany and over there. But I think that they're good dogs, but every time I was looking around, I wasn't sure of like their pedigrees. They seem a little more aggressive than the ones that I used to know, at least growing up. And I think that the prices on them are outrageous because they are used as protection dogs. Like I saw puppies that were like $3,800, and I'm like, no, absolutely not, no. So yeah, yep. Hip dysplasia is common, and yeah, it is. You have an old French Italian Mastiff mix. He's huge, 125 pounds. That is a big dog. Yep. Do you still write articles, Tony?
mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope. I haven't written anything since like 1998 or 1999. I lie. I did some online stuff around 2010 or so for a couple of months.
I hear music.
Yes.
Dead Dodge Garage says, hey Tony, I was recording a video about the history of A-bodies and talking dusters when I saw your duster twister video pop up. So what I want to know is which one of us is the psychic?
Oh, you are? I want to do a live with you, man. Dead Dodge Garage. Send Kathy an email. UncleTony'sGarage@gmail.com. And just put Ted Dodge Garage in the subject line so she knows to, because she gets thousands of emails every day. So put that in the subject line. I want to get together with you. I want to do a live with you. I love your channel, bro. I watch all of your videos.
Let's see. It's jumping around a lot. Hang on. No cat Mopar wagon prices are outrageous. Are Mopar wagon prices outrageous, Tony?
Well, they have been for a long time. You know, people love the long roofs. There weren't many survivors. That's the thing. They weren't. I mean, they were around, but they weren't like sold in mass numbers back in the day. You know, it was a relatively small percentage. You had almost as many convertibles really as you had wagons, and not many of them survived. People didn't want them in the 70s and the 80s into like the 90s. People just all junked that thing, and they became parts cars and stuff like that. So now the survivor wagons that are out there, people want a fortune for them.
Okay, Dead Dodge Garage is going to email me.
Cool. Yeah, anybody who's not familiar with Dead Dodge Garage, great freaking channel. Go over there and check his stuff out. Give him a sub. And he needs to do more than just Mopars. I think he can have like, well, we're getting a life.
Scarlet Fire says Tony did a great video on the Duster Twister. You did a good job.
Thank you. In the comments, I still had people saying that they ordered a 340 Twister new.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was like one guy in the comments. I was going through the comments, and he's like, "Yeah, I had a 71 regular Duster, and I had a 72 340 Twister." Did you even watch the video?
It's okay, Tony. It's not that big of a deal. I had seen it. There was a comment on here, something about Somebody was at a car show. I read it really briefly. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. But Kathy doesn't read the emails. I read some of them.
The ones that have a clearly defined subject matter that's
Yeah.
that's pertinent.
Okay, Andrew Button. What was it? Today I heard a guy say such a stupid comment at a car show. It's worth passing on to Tony. Quote, my dream car is a 66 Roadrunner in Plum Crazy. Did you really say that? Aw.
I know,
It's
right?
okay.
It's hard to be a Mopar guy.
It's
It really
okay.
is, you know. There's so many faceplant moments.
You just have to smile and shake your head.
I
and
do
say
that.
Yes,
I
and
do
then,
that.
And
I
then
do
turn
that.
and run away.
I do that. I gave up a long time ago trying
No,
to
don't argue.
I'll do
Don't
it in
correct
I'll do it in a
anybody.
video. You know what I mean? But I gave up a long time ago trying to like you come across people and they just talking Mopar, and I gave up a long time ago trying to like straighten them out. Just say yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, don't straighten anyone out. Let them be happy with what they think. Let's see. Big wagons are good demo derby cars.
Oh no, nothing should be demo derby these days. Well, newer cars go ahead and demo derby them.
D Truth says Tony was told that 360s had main bearing oiling problems. True or false?
Not really. No, it has a bigger main, so it takes more oil to keep it happy, but not a significant amount. No, they're not really known for oiling issues.
Okay. Let's see. Poor guy was plumb crazy, Frank kept saying. Let's see. My favorite is my dad had a 3 Hemi 6-pack new back in the day. What?
Keep them busy for 1 second.
Why?
Just do that. Oh.
Oh no, where's he going? He's
No,
leaving me.
no.
You can watch the smoke and the Coca-Cola and the flame. Good day from South Australia, Panel Van Man. Tony will be right back. This is an intermission. Please stand by.
Yes.
Okay.
A big part of doing a live is chain smoking.
Oh my God. How's the garage, Kathy? How is the garage, Tony?
Which garage?
The one at the house.
It's a freaking mess. It's a mess. I still, every time I go through there, I find remnants from videos we shot 4 years ago.
No, we have to tear the whole garage apart.
It's an unholy mess in there.
It's so long. Well, you know what? We stopped straightening out because we stopped filming in there.
Yeah.
What's up, Zero?
Zero, what's happening, brother man?
Bill McDevitt. My 65 Imperial Crown Coupe has an amazing 413. Everything still works on this car. Chrysler's best car ever? Question mark. The king of cars.
I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you. It's a fantastic car. Everything about them is just, you know, people talk about Cadillacs and Lincolns and, you know, but no, yeah, your Imperial is just about as good a car, as solid a car as you're ever going to find.
Let's see. That's a gorgeous car, Mexican spec says. Vince Rencher, when I was 6 years old, my mother purchased a brand new 1971 Duster, 198 Dream the Tree. The only option was that it was sassy grass green.
What a great color that was.
Bill Wilson, what is a reasonable price for a very clean late 70s Survivor sedans? I saw a 9,000-mile Aspen for $6,000 and a 3-speed 4-shift Zephyr for $7,000. It's the Rust Belt, so naturally pricier.
I predicted 10 years ago, right? 15 years ago, and I told Kathy, we were in the parts business, and I told her, we were talking about a Dart. We had a Dart kicking around or whatever, and it was just like a 6-cylinder, you know, 4-door car, that type of thing. And at the time, I was buying these cars for like $400, $700, and you get 12 grand out of them when you break them all down. I told her this is going to stop soon because these cars, even these 4-doors, are going to be worth $8, $10, $20,000 before you know it. The people are just going to start scoffing them up, and that's what's happening now. It's if you go back 10 or 15 years ago to find a Dart, and that wasn't, let's say, a 340 car, for more than 10 grand, it was unheard of. It was unheard of. I just saw a scamp on Marketplace, a yellow scamp for 22,000.
Yikes.
Was that?
I said yikes.
Yeah, the price of all these things is going nuts. I would say that if you want one, lock into it.
What's up, Barry?
How's it going, Ari? How's your face?
Teacher says, Tony, I was at Carlisle last weekend. Prices are through the roof.
Yeah.
Who was at Carlisle last weekend? Did you find anything? How were the prices? You know, this is the first year I didn't follow it. Usually I'll follow, I'll see what people post. Usually they'll post, deals and
Right.
prices on stuff. And
I saw a couple of videos.
did you watch any videos?
I watched a couple of Carlisle videos.
And how were they?
It looked interesting, but the thing about the prices, okay?
Yeah.
Because the prices are everything. So this is okay.
What did you see?
The prices of everything are going up,
Yeah.
right? So here's what you got.
Pirate Greg says prices out of this world.
Okay, and they're going to go higher. So here's the thing. Yes, the generations that had these cars are dying off, right? And they're getting rid of their stuff. They're getting off of horts. But you've got people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have money, they have resources, and with the way the world is going right now, they're looking for investments. They're looking to park their money into things that have recognized value. So in the past, you like all through world history, anytime you've had economic upsets, you've had inflationary issues where the currency is worth less all the time. People would traditionally buy precious metals, obviously, but when you've had enough of buying precious metals, now you start to look for other things. So people will buy farmland or just raw land. They'll buy art. They'll buy antiques.
Please don't buy art.
Well, they'll buy.
Yeah, don't buy art.
Well, not art that like your sister's friend does in her loft. No, they buy like recognized old art, stuff that can be appraised and has a value.
Only really rich people do that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The point is, people when they feel economic uncertainty, they look to park their money in things that have recognized value, and so now these cars fall into that category. They have a recognized collector's value and they're known around the world. So you're going to have, at this point, and it's going to happen very rapidly. It's happening right now. It's been happening for the last year or two. But you're going to have these people who really aren't car people. They like cars, but they're not crazy about it, that have, let's say, $500,000, $1 million sitting in this investment, that investment, and now they're watching it erode. They're getting back 2% in a world that's running at 17% inflation, so they're losing money every day. They're looking to get out of those investments and they're looking to park their money into tangible, recognizable assets. And the classic cars, the stuff that we deal with, is where that money is going, and that's why the prices of this shit is just going to go absolutely bonkers.
So you saw videos with high prices on
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
I don't think I really saw anything. I think I saw a couple videos, a couple pictures from there, but nothing where people were talking so much about the prices. I was thinking about the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I was just not really paying attention. Classic cars are precious metals to me.
They are. Absolutely. A classic car is another form of precious metal.
How are e-body prices?
They're
Did you
all.
see any of that?
I haven't broken them down into classifications. The overall market is going higher.
Where do you see the value of the spicy cars going, not just the mundane, low-profile cars?
Down. Okay, so the crazy cars, the high-profile cars, I don't see them accelerating any faster than. Wait. Your average car is going to go up, right? So a typical car, a desirable car. I don't mean like a beat-up four-door Matador or something like that, or Ambassador. I'm talking about a nice Nova, a nice Chevelle, a nice Torino, a nice Charger. I see those cars going up and up and up and up and up. And the high end cars, the stuff that's bringing $500,000, $1,000,000, $2,000,000, $10,000,000, whatever, the insane cars, I see them actually trending a little on the downward side. They'll always be more desirable, so they'll always bring more money. But I think that the investor class that's looking to escape the system, they're looking for just nice cars that they can build a collection of.
Yeah, but look at what people are buying. Like the stuff that you and Kiwi look at. Like that's what they're investing in.
Well,
Like,
that's a
because they
problem
don't know
now, isn't
anything
it?
about cars, but they're like, oh, let me just stick my money someplace, and they're getting like
Yes, and the
garbage.
shysters are going crazy. It's like a feeding frenzy for anybody who wants to pull a scam. There's so today I'm looking through the marketplace, and there's a 69 Super B on there, legit 69 Super B, that $6,000. It has no trunk. The floors are a little shot. It has no interior, or it has some crazy interior, but everything that the car needs is available through the aftermarket. It could be pieced together by a shop, stripped, painted, throw an interior on it for probably about a $10,000 investment of material. So $6,000, buy the car, invest $10,000 into it in parts, a month of shop time, and you've got a $40,000 or $50,000 car that you're going to stick out on a lot, and that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, but that month of shop time, how much does that cost?
Well, if you've got
You're not making money that way.
you are. If you've got a shop that's got 8 or 10 cars in the works,
Disgusting.
You're doing okay.
Let's not talk about that.
When I say shop, I don't mean like something that we would run. I mean like a shop.
I would like to go and look with like a camera and like see what they would tell me, about cars. I think that might be kind of funny.
It would
like
be
to
funny
see
to
how they would talk
send
to
you
me.
into like Street Side Classics or
Yeah,
something.
see how they would talk to me because they really don't know what I look like.
I know.
They'd have to go back to some older videos. That would be kind of funny because some things I know what I'm looking at. If it's a Mopar, I can kind of tell. I watched the exact same thing happen to the vintage guitar market, Franco says.
Yep.
Andrew Button says do it. Let's see. How did Kiwi tell you the owner of the Cougar was upset at the video?
He just told me. I think the guy with the Cougar is going to send his lawyer after us, and I was like, yes, you know what I mean? Sue me, please, right? But as it turns out, my faith in humanity has been restored.
Good.
Kiwi sent me a text. Oh, my phone is in the truck charging. Kiwi sent me a text. I guess it was this morning. I haven't responded to it yet, saying that the owner contacted him again and said that on second thought he appreciated his counsel and his honesty, and that they bought the car because they were going to use it for some kind of photo shoot thing or whatever it was, and that they'll use it for their intended purpose and then sell it, disclosing all its flaws or something along those lines.
Right.
So the owner of the car he understands and he's ready to take his lumps.
Right.
So
that's good.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not good, but it's good.
I was like, I got all excited. I was like, we're gonna get sued! Yes! I'm finally gonna get a life of
You're
Palos.
like the only person that would respond like that. You're crazy, Tony. Let's see. Dylan Arnold says, finally, after years and years, I got you, like man. Thumbs up. I got you, like man. I don't know.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up to whatever, man.
Thumbs up, Dylan. Okay. E Fox says, laugh out loud, UT. Grumpy says he spoke to a lawyer who said no chance for a win.
Probably.
I do the floors and undercarriage on the Cougar and leave the body alone.
You couldn't.
You can't?
You couldn't. The whole bottom of the body was Bondo.
You couldn't just change the floors?
The bottom of the rocker was all mud. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Sorry, I meant live. Okay, it's okay, Dylan. Glad you're here. Let's see. Made with real sugar or high fructose corn syrup, Tony?
Real sugar, Mexican.
He doesn't drink.
I don't drink
Corn syrup anymore.
regular Coke. I'll drink the Mexican stuff.
We're healthy.
I'm trying to be healthier. I'm trying to eat less. I'm a gavone.
Yeah, you are doing better.
I'm trying to eat less. You know, I'm trying to eat better a little bit, but just a little bit better.
Let's see. Auntie says, let's see. Can you explain the black door button on the 68 Roadrunners? I saw 2 of them at a cruise night, round marker lights and 68 bins.
Yep.
One had black back buttons and one had, black buttons and one had chrome.
Black buttons are original to all 68 A and B bodies. C bodies, no. C bodies had the metal buttons.
So they didn't put the chrome on the later 68s when they did the trim package?
No, all of the 68s had black door buttons. Plastic, they're plastic.
Yeah. Oh, I know the ones you're talking about. But when they did the decor package, they never changed those. They still use black on 68s. Okay. Eat less. Do you still go to the Mexican buffet?
We went today. We went today.
Oh, JK, you're funny. He insisted.
But I eat
Sunday.
But I eat less than I used to.
Oh, it's too funny. Brent Nixon says, "Thanks for the great content. Have a great summer, guys."
Thank you.
Thank you, Brent. Auteur Fiddler says, I want to see if a heat gun can bend a scrap piece of modern taillight to fit a 50s car.
Huh.
I don't know.
That would be a neat thing to try.
I don't know.
It'd be hard to get the. Well, yeah. I guess if you go from the inside, like if you have the bezel, you lay the plastic up against the inside of the bezel, and then you heat it and work it slowly into place. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't
You might
work.
have to charge your tail lights like that.
We may have to. Well, we have.
How much are they now? They have to be like $2,000 for a set.
It's insane.
Right?
Charger taillights are insane.
Okay, so random guy says, what happened to the 318 engine building competition with you and Steve Dulcich?
Nothing. No, we never.
They didn't accept.
We never agreed to anything.
He said he was too busy, right?
Yeah, he said he
Something
was
like
too
that.
busy.
He was too busy. Has anybody ever seen a Studebaker Champ?
I think so.
You think so?
Studebaker Champ. I'm drawing a blank. I can't picture it.
No.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I can. 60 or 61?
Okay. I have another question.
Okay.
Vincent Caruso, 1967 Dart 344 speed for 12.5. Looks to be in good condition. What do you think? I think that's cheap.
I think it's not real.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
What's going on with that?
Yeah.
67 344 speed car.
Right. The only performance engine you could get in '67, there were only 2 options. You had the 273 4-barrel and the 383. Those are your only performance engine options for 1967. 340 didn't come along until '68.
Okay. So you think that's too cheap? So what should he do with that?
Well, think of it as either a 273 or a 318 car. 12 grand for a good, solid 4-speed roller is not out of the question. That's a pretty reasonable price. But it's not a 340 car. Just keep that in mind.
Uncle Droney, why no official UTG drone?
We have the blimp. We have the UTG blimp. It's out of sight right now.
We had a hot air balloon.
Well, we're gonna invest in the hot air balloon, but yeah, drones are just so,
right,
drony.
Droney. Somewhat Fast says, UTG, say hi to me or else we're being threatened.
Greetings.
What's up? Too funny. Okay. Mopoman 67. What type of brake shoes do you recommend? Organic or semi-metallic?
Semi-metallic. I like the organic ones. Not wrong with semi-metallic. They work. They need to be warmed up before they work well. I just
Warm
use
up
regular.
your brakes. That should be like roll up your windows. Okay, random guy. What are the differences in trim levels on the Chargers?
That's a loaded. That's a narrow that down because that's like all year Chargers, all trim levels.
UTG merch makes a great gift. That's right, Billy Bob Holcomb. Go to
The
our
best
store,
gift.
UncleTony'sGarage.com.
Yes, it's the
We have
best.
shirts. We
Our
have
merch is the
hats.
best gift you could possibly give to anybody.
Printed by me.
If you want to show that you love somebody, you give them our merch.
Let's see. Thank you, Fubar. Fubar put up a link.
Thank you, Fubar.
Rescued and Restored Garage says, good day, UTG. How goes things?
It's going well.
Okay, so Brigham says, how about a picture contest wearing UTG shirts in various situations? That sounds a little frightening.
It does.
I don't know what we
Yeah,
might
I'm
get out of
not.
that.
I'm not going to touch that because I know what people can come up with, and yeah, no. This is a family. This is a family channel.
It was funny though. Okay. Let's see. Pirate Craig, something Mexican's back.
I was
What?
I was watching. Have you guys ever seen Useless Farm?
It's funny.
That's one of my favorite channels. So
Karen.
Karen. Yeah.
The emu.
Karen the emu. Yeah. So Useless Farm. So the girl who runs the channel, she broke her ankle, and like in the middle of a video, she broke her ankle. So she shows herself at the hospital, and she's like, now she's showing her ankle, and she says, I'm not going to show you my feet because I know there's all kinds of perverts out there.
Yeah. Let's see. Dave's Farm used to be super cool before they removed the videos. Have you ever seen Dave's Farm?
I haven't seen Dave's Farm.
Seen it.
But Useless Farm is the best. I will never get tired of Karen.
Oh, Vincent Crusoe says, I'm sorry, Kathy, I just checked. It was a 69 344 speed.
Oh, for 12,000?
Yeah, 12.5.
Ooh. That's way too cheap.
Yeah, still way too cheap.
There's something wrong with that car. If it's a solid 69 344 speed swinger, which is like an over-the-top example of Mopar perfection, okay? And I'm not even exaggerating a little bit, okay? A 69 340 4-speed swinger is like a 9 3/4 out of 10 Mopar classic Mopar performance car. It's just perfect in every way. So that car, solid, complete, running, driving at 12,000 is like ridiculously cheap.
No,
That's
yeah,
it.
That's
That's a $20 to $25,000 car
At least.
needing some work.
That's cheap, Tony.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying needing some work is a $20 to $25,000 car. If it's primo, you're looking at 40 or 50,000.
Is that Dodge Garage live now? We promoted him and he's live.
Well, he does a live
Zero
every
is
Sunday
saying-
night. He
Yeah,
does.
Zero says we promoted Dead Dodge, and that dude is doing a live stream.
No, he does that. He does a Sunday night live. It's just coincidence. He does a Sunday night live stream the same time that we do.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. You guys go bounce back and forth.
Uh-huh. Let's see. What is the most valuable car you have ever owned? Dominic was asking.
probably the 71 Super B. We had
You don't think the 6-pack Cougar
oh yeah,
is more? I
okay,
think the 6-pack Cougar is more.
yeah. We had a 71 Hemi Super B, but we had a 71. So this is back in, when was this? Like 84.
I want to say like in '86, you ran over your foot because I was
Ran
pregnant.
over my foot with it.
With the no, you ran over your foot with the 6-pack Cougar.
Yeah, we had a 71 6-pack 4-speed Super Track Pack CUDA. That's probably the most valuable.
I have pictures of that car. I never posted them because they're in.
Um,
Actually have to print them, but I have all the slides of
Do
that
you?
car in our driveway. It's somebody's car, I bet you.
Yeah. Well, the Super B has been restored. There's there's a website. It's only Dodge Super Bs, and there's a, if you go to that one, you'll see a blue. It's a B5 blue white bench Hemi automatic on a column Super B. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We owned that car back in 80 something, like the later 80s. I don't know. We've had a bunch of cars. It's what to say what the most valuable one is. I don't know.
What color was the 6-pack Cougar? Was red.
It was red, with the elastomeric bumpers. Like it had the louvers. It had literally 100
It had the
every
shaker.
gimmick. Yeah, of course it was a shaker.
Yep.
It had literally every single gimmick you could have in one of those cars. They just checked everything off on it.
Mhm.
Whoever bought it knew.
Yep. I bet you it's out there.
I'm sure it is.
You'd probably like the pictures of it that we have.
Yeah, find the pictures.
I have to print them. I have slides. Those are slides. I don't know what happened to the photos. You must have given them to somebody. Because the photos are gone. I just have the negatives.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Dickie Farley says, Tony, my birthday is July 30th. I expect some cake in the mail.
We could do that.
Do you know how many birthdays there are? Dickie Farley.
Birthdays are popular. I've
A lot of
noticed
people have
a
them.
lot of people have them. A lot of people have them.
We would be sending so much cake. Like 300,000 pieces of cake. We'll send you like a digital piece of cake. How's that?
Digital cake doesn't count.
Why? Digital cake is everything
He wants
now.
cake.
Oh my goodness. Well, happy birthday. It's not his birthday yet. How long? How many days?
The 30th.
Oh, you got plenty
He's
of
got
time.
plenty of time.
Great Team Warren is here.
What's happening, man? How are you?
I knew a guy that had a birthday once. Yeah, me too. Funny.
I shot him, man, just to watch him have a birthday.
Rescued and restored July 26th. Is that your birthday?
Happy birthday to everybody.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Everybody
who
who's
has a
aging. Happy birthday.
Uncle Tony CD box set for Christmas. You want to make CDs, Tony?
We should do an album of Christmas songs this year. I wonder how many we'll sell.
You're going to sell a Christmas album of all things?
Sure.
Where could we go to record that? Oh, I can record it.
Record it in the bathroom.
Right. We need Uncle Crystal to sing you.
I would do that.
That would be funny.
I would do that.
But like, how do you burn the recording though? Like, how do you do that?
Digital. It's all digital.
It's all digital,
Yeah.
so people could download it.
Yes.
And just put it in the store.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would absolutely do that.
How much you charge her for your digital Christmas?
$1. That's fine.
Oh my goodness. Tony DeFeo sings Tony Bennett. Oh, R.I.P. Tony Bennett, yes. UTG, is it time for van content on the UTG channel?
Band content?
Van content.
Oh, van content? Not really.
No.
I like vans. They just don't really fit our...
No. Sarah says, I'm going to keep pushing for the UTG Christmas sweater. Ball of yarn and a sticker that says sweater. And a candy cane. Let's see. UTG rolling papers. The box truck. They're asking about the box truck.
It just sits there. I haven't touched it in like 2 years.
Let's see. Dylan Arnold says, when you told us about the Hemi only running 14s on a good day, man, that really broke my heart. So what was the quickest Dodge back then, or Chrysler product?
Don't take my word for any of that stuff. Go back, Google road tests on those cars. Well-prepared cars that were like given to like Soxon Martin and Dick Landy to go, do road tests on and drag tests on. They ran in the bottom 13s. But the typical car, if you car and driver road tested a Hemi, whatever, typically they'd run in the lower 14s or the very, very high 13s. Typically, a street car. I mean, I go to a Mopar event where they're sending just stock cars down the track, and you get an idea how they actually run. A 4-speed Hemi car, and especially something nose heavy like an E-body, a 4-speed Hemi car with a non-professional driver, not tuned, not set up, you're lucky if it runs like a 1420 or 1430.
Panel Van Man says, hey, laugh out loud, you don't like me?
Of course I do. We just don't have like, there's just no room, not no room, there's just no van, the head isn't there.
Excuse me. UP Tinkering says, as always, love the Sunday Night Live.
Thank you.
Zero says, he's talking to me, he says, Kathy, we're promoting the do-it-yourself UTG life. Knit your own damn sweater, UTG style.
Roll your own cigarettes.
Roll your own cigarettes.
Right? Knit your own fucking sweater. Excuse my French.
Kids are watching.
Kids are watching. That's a French word, kids. It means happy.
Let's see. Rusty Shackelford says, so jealous of how the two of you can joke and cut up together. That's not common. It's not? Is that not common?
Yeah.
Don't be jealous. You could do it.
Yeah, come over here. She'll cut up with you too.
Yeah. Are we giving out the address? Is that what we're doing?
No.
No?
Well, they can find us. It's like we have people all the time. They show up at the front door. They drive
Please
by the house.
Please don't show up at the front door.
Please.
We love you guys.
From a distance.
From a distance. Don't come to the front door. Sometimes I'll be carrying groceries in. Like, I'll be getting out of the car, and somebody looks like they're going to stop and park, and then, like, they go around the cul-de-sac, and, like, they're looking, and I'm like, oh, my God, he's watching me carry my groceries in the house.
Yeah. We live on a cul-de-sac, so it's like, every car on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, why come here? Oh, Buff Del Campo, what's up?
What's happening, Buff?
He sent you super chat.
Thank you, Buff.
You gonna do a few lives from the gas station this summer? No.
No? You want to do a
No.
live from the gas station?
No, I'm not going to the gas station. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see. The guy with the video with the pink B van and the purple van is pretty darn cool. Newport too. Who's that?
B van, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. Adam Wagner says, hello, Uncle Tony from Buffalo, New York. Let's get some wings and lay some tire. You want to go get some wings with Adam and lay some tire?
Lay some tire, huh?
Yeah.
So that's a new phrase. I've never heard that one.
He's in Buffalo. He's only in Buffalo.
Oh, it's right up the street.
You're a little far. You're a little far from us right now. Have you been to Brooklyn lately?
Mm-mm.
No.
And if I never see the place again for the rest of my life, it'll be all too soon.
Where?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? We like it here in Tennessee. It's nice. Let's see. Underdog 281 says, Tony, would you rather have a Mopar or a 455 Buick?
Well, clearly, if I wanted a 455 Buick, I would have a dozen of them. And I like 455 Buicks. They're awesome, but I keep my stuff all within the Mopar family so that I can stock parts for them. And like, I never have to go hunting for an alternator or a bracket or an intake manifold or a ball joint or whatever. I've got all of that stuff already here. So that's why I keep everything within that Mopar family.
Lay some tire, get some fries, and some chicken wings. You like French fries?
We've been eating French fries like crazy.
Well, no, we haven't been eating them like crazy. We haven't had them in like 6 months.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden we had French fries and we're like, oh, these are
Oh,
good.
I forgot how good French fries are.
French fries. People like these things, don't they?
Yeah, they're quite popular.
Okay, so Alpha 13 Dylan says, love the channel, Tony. Sent you super chat.
Thank you.
You give the best advice. Why would my brakes be squishy even after bleeding the brakes thoroughly and no air is coming out? This is a Dodge D100. Thanks.
The brakes are squishy.
Right? Even after bleeding the brakes thoroughly and no air is coming out. Dodge
And it's a D100? What year?
He didn't say. He didn't say what year.
Okay. I already know the answer.
Okay.
I already know the answer. You've got the calipers on the wrong sides.
Oh.
Switch the calipers.
Yeah?
Yeah. Switch the calipers to the other side.
Are you sure that's it?
Yes.
Don't mess them up.
Yes.
Yes?
I'm sure. Because the caliper, if you put them on the wrong sides, the bleed screw is not at the top. The bleed screw is...
Well, ask him where the bleed screw is.
Well, let's see if he answers.
Ari says probably a crap master cylinder.
No. A bad master cylinder will bypass. So you'll get a firm pedal. Okay, you pump it up. You get a firm pedal, and then you rest your foot on the pedal, and it'll start to sink down underneath your foot. That's a symptom of a bad master cylinder. Mushy brakes, after you bleed them many times and you still get a mushy pedal, it's either air getting into the system, but he's not saying that as he's bleeding it, he'll pump it up and then get more air come out of it. He's saying that he's got it completely bled. So what happens is, very common, and I've seen this 1,000 times, where they'll have the calipers on the wrong side. So the bleed screw to the caliper will be below the line, so you'll always have an air pocket in the top of the caliper. And if you switch it to the other side, then the bleed screw's facing up, whereas above the line, and no air pocket.
He says it's a 73
73.
G100.
Yeah, try swapping the calipers to the other side.
Matt Cassoni says you're right, he's got them crossed. And Danny Boyd says, or just unbolt the caliper and hold it upright and bleed it then.
Or put it on the right side.
Or put it on the right side. Good luck. So, there's somebody here with the name Polly Sims. I thought that we were going to name the dog Polly.
Polly, yeah,
And
we thought about
decided
naming
not
it,
to,
yeah.
Because, you know.
I like Winnie.
Yeah,
I
we
like
like Winnie. So Polly says, we used to have an 18-foot Kona with a 455 Oldsmobile jet drive.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really popular boat motors for a while.
Rafael Hernandez says, hello from Detroit. Are you going to the Woodward Dream Cruise?
The plan is to hit the Woodward Dream Cruise, yes.
Yeah. Los Cadara, Uncle Tony, why is the 413 so unloved? They are underappreciated.
Just because 440s are so much more common. I mean, I've never known anybody to not love a 413. You know what I mean? It's just not as common.
Buck is saying maybe he got a new caliper and he has 2 rights or 2 lefts.
Oh, okay, that's a possibility too. But you see, Chrysler used the same caliper. All right, so there's two different mounting positions. There's behind this the upper ball joint, and there's in front of the upper ball joint. They use the same caliper for both positions, and so the caliper, if you just switch from side to side, you just have to put the caliper in the spot, in the position where the bleed screw is facing up, regardless of how they're oriented on the car.
EFOG3 says, shout out my Woodward fam, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, yes.
Woodward Sports.
Go Woodward Sports.
Alpha 13 Dylan sent you the super chat.
Thank you.
Says, I believe they are on the correct side. However, I will look at it when I get home later. What you say makes sense. Thank you. I doubt they are crossed, but I will be sure to report back. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Dylan. Alpha.
But that is a common problem. I've over the years, I've had so many of those cars pass through my hands that had a mushy pedal, and that's always what it is.
Charlie says, roll up your windows, flip your pistons, switch up your calipers. A t-shirt?
Could be. They're going nuts over there.
Have you guys seen our new t-shirt? I Heart Carbs. Did you show them the new t-shirt?
Where is it?
It's in. I have it hanging in the laundry room.
Okay. They're gonna, as soon as I open the door, they're gonna
let
run
them
out.
You can let them
Let
out.
them out? Okay.
All right. Tony's gonna go get a t-shirt. He'll be right back. Stay with us for this intermission. Let's see. Maggie. Where did Daddy go, Maggie? Maggie, do you want to answer car questions? Yes, you do. Are you a good girl? You a good girl? Hi, Maggie. Maggie taking questions, yeah. Hang on, Frank F. He'll be right back. Okay, Frank F. sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
He says, hey, Tony, 69 Dart, unhacked two-door, Western car, no rust, runs great. What do you think it's worth?
Oh, jeez. 69 Dart, what? Western
Unhacked.
car, rust-free.
Two-door, no rust, runs great. It doesn't say what motor's in it. What do you think it's worth?
Six-cylinder car, 8 to 10,000. 8-cylinder car, 15,000, 12 to 15,000, or thereabouts. 340 car, 20 grand.
How much for a 340 car?
20 grand.
Have you seen the price of 340s lately? Just the motors. Have you looked at the price of
I
the
have not. I gotta be honest with you, I have not.
I would change your price of 20 grand. It depends on like what shape the rest of the car is in. 340s are going for a crazy amount of money right now.
Right. But that's our new shirt.
I Heart Carbs.
There it is.
There it is.
Available in our store now.
It is.
Show the world, you know, show these sniper guys what's up. All right. There it is.
Carb shirt, perfect for diabetic. Yeah.
Yes, that too.
Tavo Garage says I Heart Carbs too, but the doc says I have to cut back. Zero says, dear Maggie, why do you hate UTG hats? I like the one I have here. He has a chewed up hat from Maggie.
Maggie's doing good, girl.
Oh, good.
Good girl, Maggie.
A shirt for beer drinkers. We like to cover everybody. If you like pizza, and pasta,
pizza, right?
We cover you.
Ramen. I mean,
ramen,
yeah.
We got you. You like beer?
Bread?
We got you. Bread? Got you. Carburetors? Got you. We run the gamut.
Equal opportunity merch.
Right.
That's what we're all about.
I like how it's just black and white. It's all still just black and white. Guys, it's always gonna be black and white.
Yep. Mickey! Mickey!
I don't eat carbs, I drink them. Got carbs.
Yeah, beer drinkers, there you go. Show the light beer guys where it's at, okay?
You need much. Yes. Okay, Okay, Dylan Owens has a question. You know what? I have to get them in the house.
Tell
Hang
me the
on,
question.
Dylan. I love your channel. I'm a Chevy guy. I just bought an OG shoebox 49 Ford 2-door custom. I'm making a gasser out of it. I
Nice.
have 3 big box Chevys, BBC,
Okay.
and 4 400 SBC,
Okay.
and 1 440 Chrysler. Laugh out loud.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it says.
Oh,
I guess, I don't know what movie.
Put them all in.
Put them all in at
put
once.
them all in. That's something you don't see.
No.
I would go with a big black Chevy.
Michigan Man would put them all in.
Yes, he
Right.
would.
Come on, girls. Come in.
Maggie,
Come in. Come get a
Maggie.
treat.
go get a cookie, Maggie.
Come on.
Maggie, go get a cookie. Mommy, give you a cookie. Call her.
Maggie, come on. I got your treat. I got the good stuff. Let's go. Here.
So yeah, I would definitely, I would build it with a big block Chevy. It's just, it's kind of a no-brainer if you've got them all, if you've already got them. I mean, she tricked you. She's
Yeah.
smart.
I know.
She's got nothing on a border collie, or a border collie's got nothing on her. Wait, there you go. She now open the door and throw a treat in the door.
Come on. Come on, let's go. You want bread?
Okay, hurry up.
I tricked her with the word bread.
Yeah,
All right. See, I am smarter than the dog.
you proved you can outsmart Maggie.
Okay. Wow, that was tiring. We're talking to each other. Let me see. Underdog 281. Tony, 1968 Chrysler 300 440 car with 87,000 original miles, no rust. What should I post it at to sell? I'm in a bad spot, unfortunately.
Oh God, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know why everybody's asking me values tonight. I'm really not the value guy, as Kathy is pointing out.
I'm not trying to point.
Because to me, they're all still worth $375. I mean,
There are some people that would say that is true.
you know, and I'm being honest with you. It's like I'm detached from the value of these cars. I still think of them in terms of the way we bought them back in the 70s. Oh, that's a $75 car.
It's not. It's not a $75
I know.
car.
I know that. Rationally, I know that. Intellectually, I know that. Emotionally, no. I find that these prices are just absolutely absurd, and I'd never pay anywhere near what they're asking for any of these cars. But that said, I don't know, bro. I wish I could give you an answer. I don't know. The C-body market is hit and miss. You know, I mean, they're gaining in popularity, but I couldn't give you a number.
Just see what everybody else is listing. There's that.
Yeah, see what everybody else is listing. There's it. And if you're in a position, you got to dump it. Price yours 20% under.
Shipping glasses in the 80s, they were $100.
Right.
Oops, hang on. That's not the one I want to read. Hang on, it's jumping. Okay, Robert says, did you consider a 340 an upgrade from the 383 and 70 and 71? Thanks.
It was. In the 71 B bodies, the Super B and the Roadrunner, the 340 was actually a step up option. The 383 was standard, and the 340 was an extra cost option. So yeah, they were actually an upgrade.
Let's see.
And I tell you the truth, I used to be like so about 340 B bodies until I got one. And it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Just wow. What an amazing package that is.
Okay, so rating sign 6 with a chance of cannonballs. Good evening. He says, Necromancer Dude's YouTube vid about ported versus manifold for distributor vacuum connection.
Yeah.
Where he called you and a couple others out as being wrong. I thought he was wrong about richer fuel burning faster than lean. Did you
No,
see the
lean
video?
burns faster. Lean will give you a detonation. Lean always burns faster than rich. Um, what that has to do with vacuum advance debate, I don't know.
Billy Bob Holcomb says, I feel the same way about station wagons. I could pick up a big block wagon for $100 to $350.
I'm telling you, it bothers me that these cars are worth as much as they are. I don't like it. You know what I mean? But that's because I'm biased towards the way things used to be. I liked the way things were. It was fun. You know, to be able to just say, I'm tired of this one, and pass it on to one of your buddies, and pick up another one, and like, the ashtray's full on this one, the hell with it, and move it on to the next person, and you grab another one, because that's the way we lived. That's the way we lived. We went through, Kathy, how many cars did we go through?
So many. Like, we had a new car a week, sometimes 2 a week. We would switch. Like, we were just bouncing around. All we would do is go through the one-ad press and like the newspaper every day. That's what we would do. We would just go through classifieds.
No lie. We had that
was our life.
At least one new car a week, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. It just depended on the week. Between the local paper, like the Staten Island Advance and the one-ad press, the Jersey one-ad press, and of course your friends were always like digging cars out. You drive around, you find cars. We had at least a car a week for years. So we've owned how many? See, if I say it, nobody's going to believe it, right? But they'll believe you. We counted 20. We counted like about 30 years ago.
1986, we counted.
1986. In 1986.
Because I was pregnant and we were in the apartment on Huguenot Avenue.
Okay.
And that's when I counted.
Okay, and how
That's
many
the
cars?
last time I could remember all of the cars that we had. And I sat and I counted. And it was 200 and something.
Okay.
From 1982 to 1986.
Right, okay, so between 1982 and 1986, we owned over...
The end of 82.
The end of, well, figure 1983.
Well, so to 1985, though, because, wait, no, it was 86.
Okay, so in that 4-year period, or the 3-year period between 1983 and 1986, her and I owned 200 cars. And I had been buying and selling cars, God, like from the time I was like 16. So there was all of, and then I met her when I was 20. So just in that short period, just in that 3.5 year period of time, we had over 200 cars. By now, it's way over 1,000. Way over 1,000 cars.
God. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. No, because I lost count then, and we were still buying cars, so I don't know. How much time did you spend at the DMV?
Not much.
We registered a few of them.
Most of them, I didn't have them long enough to register them. I just take a tag, throw it on it, drive it for a couple of days, and then get rid of it.
I had to register them once I got
We always had to keep one around with a legitimate tag and a legitimate insurance and everything else. So I didn't have a license. I didn't give a shit. But she had a license. I wanted to make sure that she kept a license. So we always kept at least one car around that was registered and insured and had all of the right stuff on it. And then the other cars, you just buy it, stick a tag on it, go play around, burn rubber, beat it up, take it street racing, get rid of it, put the tag on another car, and go.
Yeah. I miss every car I used to own. I'm too sentimental to buy and sell, or to your fiddler says.
Certain cars find their way under your skin. There's a couple of them I regret getting rid of, and then you get to like this stage of the game, and it's like I don't want any more cars. I have all the cars I want. I have more cars than I really want, or more cars than I'll ever actually do anything with, like the Duster and stuff. but they're there just in case I get the bug to work on them or the bug to do something with them. I can honestly say, in a 10,000% sincerity, there is not a single car I want. Like, I've had them. I've had them all. You know what I mean? I've had them, been there, done it, got the T-shirt, and at this stage of the game, there is not a single car I could think of that I'm like, oh, I need one of those, or oh, I got to go get one of those. Those days are behind me. It's just like now I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with the variety of what I have, and I'm just enjoying myself.
What do you think silver high and low price will be next decade? that's a. You have a crystal ball, Tony?
I don't have a crystal ball.
You don't.
I don't have a crystal ball.
Next decade.
But okay, within a decade, here's my prediction. So here's a prediction. Within a decade, there won't be a silver price in dollars.
But I'm bummed.
Yeah. So you figure out how that works out, okay? But within a decade, there won't be any such thing as a silver price in dollars.
U-Trump Performance International says, but in the back of Tony's mind, he really wants the Black Ghost.
Well, you know, I always did want a legendary street racer.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the one.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to have the guy on? Because you said in the video that you have somebody that you're going to have on, a historian.
Yes.
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 You need to contact him.
I have to get together with him. I have to get together with him.
We're so busy.
It's not that I'm so busy. I'm just I've got so many different fingers and different pies. We will get together.
U-Trump Performance is laughing. Laughing emojis. So many. Robert McKenzie, Hemi Dart. You want a Hemi Dart?
No.
No.
If I wanted a Hemi Dart, I'd have a Hemi Dart.
Yeah. Right? Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Like we're at the point where it's like, okay, if you want it, just do it. Just go do it, whatever. Right. Jason Cleveland, Tony, who's your favorite YouTuber? Do you have a favorite YouTuber?
I go through phases. Like I bounce from, you know, like 1 minute I watch a lot of this guy or that show, and then run out of that and then move on to the next one, which I think is common. I think that's what everybody does.
Everybody does that. You'll binge one thing and then binge watch something else. Yeah,
currently my favorite, Useless Farm. Useless Farm is great.
That's just what you're watching right now.
That's what I'm watching right now.
You watch Steve Maggs every morning.
Oh yeah. But Steve's a friend of mine, you know, so it's like that doesn't really count.
Yeah, that's it.
Favorite YouTuber. Who's my favorite YouTuber?
Your favorite YouTuber?
Yeah.
I'm thinking. You watch a lot of people.
Cliff High.
He's not a YouTuber.
He's not a YouTuber.
No, he's not a YouTuber.
I would say my favorite person to watch on YouTube is a guy named Cliff High.
He's not good on YouTube, so that's all old stuff. He doesn't even.
Well, no. See, sometimes he posts the current video from the day, and then other times it's stuff that's like.
Yeah, it's a bad place to watch. He's not a YouTuber.
No, he's not a YouTuber. I don't know. They'll come to me. Gerald Celente.
Yeah, you watch Gerald Celente.
I watched a lot of Gerald Celente. He's great.
I don't know if he's your favorite YouTuber.
He's not my favorite YouTuber, but if he posts a video, I watch it.
Patara, I think, is my favorite YouTuber.
Patara is awesome.
She's a great YouTuber.
But Patara is more of a woman's channel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right.
It is.
Who else? Oh, I know there's a bunch of them, and they'll pop into my head. I used to love Tourette's Guy. Tourette's Guy was just awesome. But that was the early days of YouTube. That was like before I ever got involved in it.
So Project Farm, Junkyard Crawl, Cletus, the Pizza Dough Making Channel. If I can be scary with the doom and gloom.
It's not doom and gloom.
Cold War Motors, Tony Likes Spice Grip, Chris Birdsong, My Friend Pete,
My
Gerald
friend Pete's Riot.
Salente.
Hello.
Hello. Tim Hatch, Basket Weaving Channel, Thunderhead 289.
Have you guys seen Drain Addicts?
Cold War Motors. That's disgusting. Disgusting. That's the plumber, right?
Yeah, they heard the gloves.
You never put that on in my living room.
Drain Addicts. Check out Drain Addicts.
Disgusting. You watch worse things. Whistling Diesel. I'm laughing at some of these comments. My friend Pete. Backyard Barn Finds.
Backyard Barn Finds. Well, I'll tell you what, really quality stuff. This guy Stapleton 42, like every video he does is really outstanding. He just did a thing on Ed Pink. I shared that on our community page. He does really high quality stuff. What was that? Pole Barn
Garage.
Yeah, what did he do? I watched something he did recently.
Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat.
Yeah, so well, I hope it's not fatal.
Me too.
I'm always expecting death. What? What's not good?
Let's see. Neutral drop, folks. Jonathan W. I don't know who that is. Whatever happened to the barn find hunter guy? He always was nice people. Half-ass custom. Hi from again. Loves your video on the Cougar. Great stuff. Australia.
When my granddaughters were over, we binge watched a lot of Tucker Budson.
Tucker Budson, yeah. And dog shows.
Yeah, and dog shows. But I've seen every Tucker Budson episode several times.
My uvula transplant is bothering me.
Yes.
Right, Lederhosen dude. Yeah, that's exactly.
These
what
guys
it
remember
is.
everything.
You can't say anything, right? Let's see. Andrew Button says, the best car quote ever, period, without question. The car isn't fast enough to instant deal happens when punching the throttle or whatever it was you said. What did you say?
Oh, I wrote that in like Cars Illustrated magazine or Supercar magazine back in the 80s.
What was that?
It was an article I did on Slam and Sammy Miller, and it was about how far you have to go, right? Like to be content, because you discover this when you get to my end of the game, okay? Like the end of the game, you discover that no matter how fast you go, no matter how much power you have, it's never enough because you get used to all of it, right? So if you used to drive at 200 horsepower and I give you 300 horsepower, you're like, oh my God, the first time you hit it. And then after that, it's like, all right, I need more, right? And then I give you 3,000 horsepower and it's gonna be like, oh my God. And then like within like 5 or 6 like runs with it, you come on, go faster, damn it, right? So no matter what you do, no matter how fast you go, no matter how much power you make, you become acclimated to it. And it's like you need more. So along those lines, I said that the car that's fast enough is the one that when you hit the gas, it's instant death. It kills you. That's how you've gone far. And then see, once you reach that point, once you realize this, once this becomes the realization in your head, then you stop seeking ever increasing levels of speed, and you start to focus on other aspects of the car that are enjoyable, if that makes any sense. And at that point you stop looking at like, oh, I need a blower, I need this, I need that. Then you start looking for the challenges. You know what I mean? How much power can I make out of this? How fast can I go with this? Does that make any sense? And that's a perspective you only get after you've done this for decades, and you've been in every situation, and you've dealt with every type of car and every type of thing. Then you realize it's not how fast you go, it's how you go fast. And you start to you'll have just as much fun. I know it sounds crazy, but you'll have just as much fun hopping up a mini bike as you, and you'll find just as much satisfaction in finding an extra horsepower, an extra half a horsepower in a mini bike, as you will with finding an extra 300 horsepower in your 2,000 horsepower car.
Pirate Greg says that makes perfect sense. You can hear
Yeah,
me?
like I said, it's a perspective that a younger person or a less experienced person won't get, because you have to go through all of those steps to find out that it's really just the joy of working with machinery, you know.
Cold War Motors is the best low budget car restoration.
Oh, Cold War Motors is
channel
awesome.
today.
Absolutely.
You think I could read for a minute?
You all right?
No.
You gotta go inside?
Yeah, for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna read for a minute. I got my glasses just in case.
Tony's gonna read.
I'm gonna
be
read.
Right back.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Or you're poor and you have to make do with what you've got. Yes, sometimes. Fast is not always the best either. Well, you know, the thing is, one of the things you come to realize too is that the faster the car goes, the more it takes from you. The more time, the more attention. You know what I mean? The car starts to own you. You know, that's a problem. That's a problem. Let's see. High Water Circuit Rider is saying Cold War Motors is what? Whoop. Okay, guys, hang on. Sorry. Cold War Motors is what old time guys car clubs used to be. Yep. Let's see. Territory back. Excellent. Ever hear of Auto Trans R&D reverse to drive rollbacks? Yeah, of course. Those are called J-hooks. Let's see. Would you represent yourself in a lawsuit? I did once. I I actually took on the Brooklyn DA's office back in around 1990, and I won. Rusty Shackleford, have you seen the Carb Shooter? Yes, I have. Let's see. Tony, any favorite front-wheel drive Chrysler turbo car you're fond of? Would you? I don't want one, but the GLHS is an awesome car.
Okay, good.
Okay. Oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Okay, here we go.
I'm never eating there again. I think I have a mild case of food poisoning.
Oh no.
Yes.
Blame it on the ketchup.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just went to go get medicine. All right. My stomach is killing me.
I'm getting bit up again.
That's because you took me to that Mexican place. It's killing my stomach. My lawyer is Tony DeFeo. He will fight you. What did you do?
They asked me if I would ever represent myself in a lawsuit. And I says, I already did that.
Did you eat at Mango's? No. No. We went to this place.
We haven't eaten at Dr. Mengele's kitchen in months. The last time it was just unbearable.
No, we don't eat there.
Yeah.
Did you see the Black Ghost Challenger made Hot Rod magazine?
I didn't. It's such a rag anyway. Hot Rod. I hate what that magazine, what the whole thing has become. No, I didn't see it.
Lloyd Hicks, Uncle Tony, I have a very serious question. A 1983 318 van, supposed to have 86,000 miles on it. It's a Dodge Zimmer van I bought. What do you consider decent oil pressure for it?
Hot idle 15 pounds is about normal. The oil light goes on at 7. 12 to 15 hot idle is normal. Cold is all over the map. Cold idle or cold oil pressure is going to be all over the friggin' map. So just go with hot idle in gear. 15 pounds is perfectly normal.
Andrew Button canceled his subscription as well. It became junk. Land of At Least says, have a good night, UTG.
Good night.
Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, there it goes. Opinion on late C3s, 80 to 82.
Kind of bland. I mean, they still have that look, you know. I mean, out of to me, that's when Corvettes stopped being Corvettes. But they're kind of bland.
Canceled? What do you mean canceled? Let's see. What would cause fuel to pour out of the boosters in a car?
Too high a float level, or a leaking needle and seat valve, or too high a fuel pressure. Pick one. They'll all do the same thing.
Andrew Button is saying canceled hot rod. But the canceled, what do you mean canceled? That's what Steve Magnanti does, yeah, on his YouTube channel.
We're going to have
I
Steve
hear
on
it
again.
all the time.
Probably the first week in August, we're going to get together with Steve again.
Okay, Unknown Grower 310 says, I need your help. Would a really bad head gasket leak change your engine timing?
No, it will not change your engine timing.
Okay. Auto Lovers sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
66 Thunderbird brakes starting to feel spongy in the pedal. Any ideas?
66 T-Bird starting to feel spongy. I mean, I'm assuming they're adjusted right. I'm assuming you've got drums. The fair number of those cars had discs. Jeez. I mean, check the adjustment. It's probably a stuck star wheel or something like that, and the self adjusters aren't working. The pedals start to get a little. You get some travel in there.
Okay. The Wolves says, Uncle Tony, what do you think of these new automotive lithium batteries instead of the old lead acid?
I don't have an opinion on them. No, I don't have an opinion.
No opinion?
No. Andy had one. Move forward.
Move forward.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this question. Okay. I don't know what this means. Coles with Q. Aftermarket mechanical gauge. I have 50 pads after driving an hour at 60 to 70 miles per hour idle in gear. It's holding 30 to 35 pads.
PSI. That's a lot.
Reason I'm asking is at times I'm hearing lifters losing prime.
Jeez. You may have a lot of wear on one of the rockers. Offhand, I really don't have anything I can snap at you.
Unknown Grower says, you're the best, Uncle Tony.
Excessively worn lifter bores will give you exactly that, where you've got like 30 pounds at idle, but yet you'll still get occasional lifter clatter. Um, Excessively worn lifter bores will give you that.
Okay, so let me see. Zero likes Corvettes, huh? What's going on with Zero? I don't know.
He can like Corvettes.
Yeah, I'm surprised he likes Corvettes. That's interesting. Do Mopars rust out more than other brands?
Um, they tend, Mopars tend to have floor rust because they weren't very good at sealing around the front of the car. They weren't really good at sealing, especially the hard tops. Um, so if you're looking for a rust-free Mopar, find a sedan, something that has the door frame, right? Like we talked about in that video. You'll never find rusted floor pans on a sedan. They're usually pristine. But hard tops and coupes, generally speaking, they don't seal very well. You get a lot of water, a lot of moisture gets in those cars. The floors will rust. The trunks are very common with rust also, because they didn't do a very good job of sealing the trunk lids. So there's always some water gets in the trunk and sits in the trunk. All of those cars. The worst of them, okay, so the most common rust that you're going to find is going to be in the rear quarter panel in front. I don't have one here I can show you. The most common you got two common pain in the ass rust spots. Behind the wheel, right? The trunk by the drop-offs, right? So they all rust out there. But there's a kind of easy fix for that, or a preventative for that. There's a drain plug. Just leave the drain plug out, right? Get some paint in that area between, you know, the trunk drop-off and the outer quarter. Leave that plug out. There's always a plug right at the front of it. Leave the plug out so it can drain, and some paint in there, and they won't rust. The main problem area with rust you're going to find on your two-door hardtops and coupes, right? And it's going to be between the B pillar, you know, the hinge pillar, and the wheel opening. Because the way the quarter panel comes down like this, it folds under the rocker, and rain, dirt, anything that hits the window, the rear quarter window, goes down into that channel, and it has no place to escape. So dirt and everything accumulates down there, and they rust from the inside out. Those are the common areas of rust on a classic era Mopar.
Zero saying yes, he likes Corvettes. No, I don't wear gold chains, nor can I afford either. Okay, so this guy Lloyd Hicks, he just had asked you that question about he says, I put a can of seafoam in it. It ran it for a few hundred miles, then changed it. Still hearing it, but it's as bad now. The oil pump sounds like the drive gear has a lot of slack, has gurgling, clanking noise.
Geez, bro, I don't know. You got problems inside that engine. You know, forget about what the oil pressure gauge says. You got problems in that engine.
Gurgling, clanking noise is never
generally not good. Yeah, when you start hearing gurgling and clanking, it's a sign of distress inside the engine.
He's saying, could my oil pump screen be stopping up or gear going out?
Not if you got good pressure, no.
Sid Ryder, SYD Ryder, says, why is Ford body designs so ugly in the 70s? Do you know the answer to that question?
I don't. It's subjective. Some people look at them and think they're the most beautiful things in the world, and some people think they're horrible. I mean, it's just beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh no, Mike N says he went into the pool and forgot about Sunday Night Live.
Oh, God!
Oh, Mike N.
Mike, we'll start all over again. Start over for Mike.
While you were swimming.
start over. He can electrocute it.
You know, you can leave the radio on the patio. The radio. How old am I?
We're old.
The radio.
We're old, yeah.
Leave the radio on the patio.
We're old. I'm picturing a tube radio.
Put the boombox on the
Right,
patio.
a boombox on the patio, right. Sometimes we're really out of touch. And I'm okay with that.
You know, I think I'm tired. It's alright. Give a thumbs up, yeah. UTG pool party, sure. Fire up the wireless. Too funny. I need to go inside and sit down on.
What happened?
Oh, he's saying Kathy needs to go inside and sit down on the Davenport.
On the Davenport. Fire up the Victrola. Listen to some Tommy Dorsey.
Too funny. Nice end to the weekend. Thanks, Steve B says. Let's see. Does Tony still wear boots to the pool?
I don't do pools.
He doesn't go in the pool.
I don't do pools. And yes, I would be wearing my boots. Beach? Yes, I'm wearing my boots.
Plastic couch covers? No, but I thought about it. I was like, I have a sewing machine.
She still covers the couches with blankets.
I do. I have the couches covered because we have dogs. This is influencer Tony advice. Territory says. You're an influencer, Tony.
I hate the idea of that.
Are you influencing people?
I don't want to influence anybody. If I ever try to influence you guys, know that it's under duress. Okay. If I ever try to influence, there's probably somebody just off camera with a gun pointed at me.
No, a bow and arrow.
A bow and arrow.
Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. Get a cold one out of the icebox, Kathy. Yeah. Show me today's newspaper, Tony. Too funny. Thank you. Offer you can't refuse. You guys haven't seen my place. The only thing later than late 70s is this computer, Tavo says. Have you guys found your new piece of paradise yet? Have we found a new piece of paradise?
Not yet. Not yet. I haven't really looked in the last week or two.
No.
You gotta let the market like circulate, percolate a little bit. So you go around, you make your rounds, then you stop for a few weeks, and you go back and see what else is up there.
Things here go really fast.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
You can't snooze. It's kind of crazy. Benjamin C says, I feel like I'm being influenced. Tony, 2 hours. Wow, tonight flew. Or we'll go for a little bit more. Choke says, is it 2 hours?
Is it 2 hours already?
It's about 2 hours.
Oh my God.
A couple minutes.
This was a low-key live. I don't think I lost it once.
No yelling.
I haven't rambled on.
No.
I haven't dug up weird stories from the distant past.
3 blinks, Tony. 3 blinks. Too funny.
I'm really getting bit up.
Are you getting bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to shut down the live?
Yeah, go for another couple of minutes.
A couple minutes?
Yeah.
262 likes.
That's it?
It's not too late, though, Andrew Button says. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's not too late to go. Except the water heater incident. Did you talk about a water heater incident? Did I miss something?
No.
Oh, But we also have Thursday. We do a live on Thursday.
We
with
do a live
Kiwi.
every Thursday with Kiwi.
So are the lives on Thursday with Kiwi as funny as they are with me?
No, Kiwi. The problem is Kiwi's such a ham. He just takes over, and I don't really get a chance to talk or even really be myself. He's
No?
just, yeah.
You can't be yourself?
No, I can't be myself with Kiwi.
That's dramatic.
It is. It is. It's tragic.
Okay, like Sunday, Tony. Why are you like two different people? When you're with me and then when you're with Kiwi?
Yeah,
are
well,
you different?
Kiwi just takes over. I can't get a word in edgewise. He's just, that's the way he is.
Oh, Rednecks and Hammer says, leave it to me to show up 2 hours late. Yeah, we're going to sign off soon. Sorry. Greg wants to know, have we been to the Napa Valley of California?
I have not.
It sounds lovely, though. Live chats are always more fun with Kathy. Oh, yeah.
I hung out with Frank Bradley
yeah.
for a couple of races, if that counts.
So Chris Freemaster says that I win the live chats. I make them more fun.
You do. You do.
How's Uncle Crystal? She's good. You're going to see her soon.
Yes. Yes. Within the next week or two,
yeah.
you're definitely going to see her.
Mm-hmm. Who's influencing who, Tony? To Kiwi or Kiwi to Tony?
Kiwi just takes over. Kiwi just takes over. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Are you going to do another live with Economic Ninja?
If he wants to, sure.
Oh, Tony. Let's see. See Roma. Charlie says, telling Tony we're at the 2-hour mark is like the nerdy kid in school asking for homework. Are you back? Are we back? We lost the connection. It seems like we're on. Say something, Tony.
Something, Tony.
Yes, we're back. Okay. Yeah, we lost the connection. We don't know why. All right, we're gonna sign off though. I was reading somebody's question though.
Something about a 6-pack?
Hang on, let me find it. I'm gonna find the question. Jumping. I'm trying to put together a 6-pack intake using 4 carbs. Which ones do I need to use?
The same ones that they use on the 406s. It's a mechanical secondary 2300 series. And so it's basically it's 3 center carburetors. If you're talking about in terms of Chrysler 6-pack, but the Ford used 500 CFM outboards, mechanical secondary outboards, and the 350 center.
Territory says he's asking if I ever influence you to not working for a day. Do I?
I barely did anything. When? Today.
Today? You went to the shop.
Just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you have a relaxing day today?
I've been taking it. I did a lot of motorcycling today.
Okay.
I needed to just get out on the bikes and ride for a while.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And Friday you kind of had sort of a day off, right?
Well, we had the girls.
Yeah, we had the girls right
Yeah.
here. How much does Tony pay me?
But even when I'm off, see, that's the thing, right? And that's what you don't understand with YouTube. Even when you're off, you're not doing anything directly related to the channel. You're still thinking about the channel. You I'm still thinking about video ideas and stuff. There's always stuff. So even when you have a day where you're not physically actually working, you're never really off.
Kill for Peace 69 says, thanks, Tony. You're the best, coming from a fellow New Yorker, Long Island.
Thank you. YouTube is it's like a living thing. It's like so if you've got kids or you got dogs or whatever, that you're always, no matter what you're doing, they're always part of your thing, okay? And YouTube becomes the same way. No matter what you're doing, it's still there. You still have to pay attention to it, if that makes any sense. So there's never an escape from this.
When you go to sleep.
No, you can. I woke up this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and you were thinking about it?
Yeah, I woke up because boom, video idea, right? I guess I was sleeping and thinking of this, and all I could think of was a video that I think I want to do, or a video series that I think I want to do. You just wake up in the middle of the night and boom, there's the idea, and then you can't go back to sleep again because now you start. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You guys cursed me with YouTube curses, Ari says. Wait, I want to go back to this question about how much you pay me, Tony.
You get paid a lot.
Do you pay me a lot?
Whose name is on the check on the card?
Actually, I pay Tony. What kind of bike you got, Tony?
I have an O2 Sportster and a Super Cub here at the house, and I've got a little Virago that I gave my kid. He still hasn't asked me back for it, but that's over at the shop. I got rid of a few bikes.
Okay. So, are we done? I think we're done, right? Are we done?
Are we?
I think so. Kathy pays Tony in car parts and fuel. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Danny Boy's like, no! No! Well, we've been 2 hours, right?
Okay.
Yes?
We're done? Are we done?
Are we
Is
done?
it over? Are we
I
flat
don't know.
landing
Is
this?
it over? Do you want it to be over, Tony? Everybody's saying goodnight.
I'm comfortable hanging out here in the backyard.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Love the stream. Thanks, Tony. Kathy never missed one. Thank you.
Thank you.
UP Tinkering.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Much love, Scarlet Fire says.
Yes. So everybody contribute with Super Chat. Thank you so much. Always appreciated. Never expected, but always appreciated. Our mods, Ari, Fubar Zero, guys.
Ari's going to be on?
Ari is doing after the Tony.
Yeah.
Go check out his new face. I think he got plastic surgery or something.
Did he get plastic surgery?
I hope so.
Who does he look like?
Probably Nancy Pelosi.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Harry Fubar Zero, guys, thank you so much. And everybody contributed just your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. And
what is Ari's channel?
Ari DeBernia.
Ari
DeBernia.
Can you guys put up a link to Ari's channel?
Yes, put up a link to Ari's channel so they can go over
so
there.
they can find it.
And oh God, I can't think of anything else.
Oh, our merch.
Our merch. Yes, the new merch is in the stores. Is our new shirt.
I Heart Carbs.
I Heart Carbs.
It covers everything.
Everything.
Every
Pizza,
kind of carb.
carburetors,
Spaghetti.
beer, you name it.
Yeah.
You love it. And there's your shirt. And it's so cheap.
You can tell everybody.
So cheap. Oh my God. This is like an inflation fighter T-shirt.
Self-promotion is unbecoming. What?
It is,
Just
right?
Put,
I know.
Put a link up to your channel, Ari. Come
I'm
on.
disgusted with myself now.
I'm disgusted with you too.
Excellent. So then we're in complete agreement.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay, Ari, put it up.
Okay.
Ari, don't serve.
Harry, don't surf.
No.
So Thursday night, 7 o'clock, we'll be with Kiwi as usual. And I can't think of anything else. Let's just stop. Can we just stop now?
Are we stopping?
Yes. Hit the button that makes it go away.
What is your opinion of Barbie Pink Corvette?
I love pink things. I always have. I like them.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
That's the last question. Stop it now. Stop it.